Hello, beautiful, blessed souls, and I am here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance as always, okay? Today, as you can tell by the title, we are bringing in a message that is for North Nodes in Aquarius. Gang, gang, what's up? I am a North Node in Aquarius, which means that I have my South Node in Leo, which is a thing that I have struggled with in my life, accepting that. I also, for me personally, just so you can skip over this if you don't want to listen to me talk about myself personally, but whatever. I also have my Chiron in Cancer in the 11th house, so, which is about feeling very like a very kind of lone wolf energy. It's about feeling like you don't have a lot of spaces that you are accepted into, that you don't have a lot of places where you feel like you might have felt very bullied when you were younger. You might have felt very much so like, especially specifically with it being in Cancer, you could have felt like the black sheep of your family. Like you could, which I did, which I did. I've struggled for most of my life to find my tribe. You know, I have like this want to find those people who are like-minded individuals who really, really resonate with me, who really, really understand my differences and my quirkiness and my kind of more. When I had my spiritual awakening, it's more, even in the spiritual community, sometimes it's hard to find places that accept the ideas that came very easily to me to understand, things like timeline shifting and past life regressions and starseed energy. When you start putting yourself out there, not as much here on YouTube, there seems to be, but in the greater spiritual community out there on the world, when you start getting in like the discords and groups and things like that, a lot of that energy is very like shooed away, right? And I'm just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to find my own space. And that's why we're getting into this North Node Aquarius energy, right? The North Node Aquarius energy is about how you are supposed to stop focusing on yourself, which is your South Node in Leo, right? Self-aggrandizement. People who had South Node in Leo might have been priests or famous people or kings or queens in the past, and you have had lifetimes where you have been, you know, where it has been more about people lifting you up and putting you up on a pedestal. And with this Aquarian North Node energy, this is more about you prioritizing the collective as a whole, and like what makes us as a collective rise above, what makes us more powerful, what helps transition us. And I really want to put my own personal spin on this because I feel very passionate about doing that, about understanding myself and understanding how I'm really supposed to step into this North Node energy. That's a really one of the reasons that I made this video, that I made this channel, was about, you know, creating a space for people who feel different, creating a space for people who believe in different things, and my content is going to be expanding. I've been getting a lot of downloads, so be on the lookout for that. But this kind of North Node and Aquarius energy, I'm feeling like a very big message of don't be afraid to create your own spaces. Don't be afraid to push the boundaries, because that's what you are meant to do. If you have this North Node in Aquarius, you are really meant to push the boundaries of taking, you know, you have like taking our society to the next level. So you have those ideas that no one else is thinking about. You have those takes that no one else has noticed before. You are that one creating and pushing the boundaries and driving our society forward to, you know, to think about things in a different way, from a different angle. And it's more about, you know, like what makes all of us, what ideas are going to push all of us, what ideas are going to elevate all of us. And so you might have this energy of feeling very different, or this energy of feeling like, I want to be accepted for my authentic self, for who I truly am. And I want to find that space. out there. And I am really being driven, for the people who really resonate with this, Spirit is telling you, create that space for yourself. Start that channel, start that Discord, start that blog, start, that podcast, whatever it is, and talk about that weird, kooky thing that nobody else is talking about, or that maybe some people are talking about, but you are meant to be the new voices that are raising up these new controversial thought process and these new controversial ideas. And you are supposed to be, planting that seed of that existing out there into the collective. So don't be afraid to push yourself out there. Don't be afraid to be that different person. Don't be afraid to, to not try to fit into other spaces. Now, I understand that not everybody is going to feel, I have my own personal struggles, and so not everybody that has this Aquarius North Node might not feel this need to want to fit in. Like, some people are going to rush into that and be very, very comfortable in this need of feeling like, yeah, I don't have a problem if people don't like me. I don't have a problem, but we all have our own wounds that we're here to heal. We all have our own individual lifetimes that, and our struggles and our karma that we're overcoming. And that's just my personal karma, that I'm overcoming. So whatever it is for you, don't be afraid to make those spaces for yourself. Don't be afraid to say those outlandish things that other people are unwilling or, frankly, in some situations don't have the bravery to say. Like, be that different person, be that trailblazer, be that person who is pushing the limits, be that person who is taking things to the next level, in a way that is challenging the collective to understand things in a more progressive, futuristic type way, right? Many of us are going to be getting those downloads of how society should be behaving or should be going towards. We're going to be getting those downloads from those high vibrational sources that are going to be trying to say, yes, plant these seeds of ideas of how we as a people can be stronger, we as a people can be better, how we can be more understanding, more compassionate, we can be less egotistical and self-centered, and much more about how each one of us can work towards making a better future for all of us. And the more of us that are out there shouting that to the rooftops, creating that content, being, having that light shined out there, shining a light on things that need to be investigated, that need to be looked into, that need to be understood. The more darker, more mysterious things about the universe, a lot of us are out there, and we very easily understand those things. We very easily are just like, well, yeah, sure, that's not weird. That's not abnormal. Like, of course, that probably exists out there somewhere in the universe. And Spirit is like, exactly. You are meant to be those people who are being that inspiration, who are being the example of, for lack of a better term, like letting that freak flag fly, right? Like being like, absolutely, like, yeah, I'm weird. Yeah, I'm different. Yeah, I'm innovative. That's the way I'm supposed to be, And so... Yeah, spirit is kind of like, yeah, you're only a weirdo until you're only a weirdo until you make a fortune, or until you create that thing that nobody's ever thought of, or you push something and you blow up and suddenly half the world is reading your book. And then suddenly now you're eccentric, you're an innovator, you're so progressive. But every one of those people who gets labeled those things has to go through that stage where people are just like, what do you mean you think people can fly? What do you mean you think that there can be devices where people talk to each other on other sides of the world? What do you mean that there's these individual like particles that everything is made out of? What are you talking about? What do you mean, space is relative? What do you mean? Like everybody, every person that has that pushing the limits of the thought process of our social consciousness has that kind of fight back energy, right? And they have to fight through that, and they have to ground in their convictions, ground into where they're really supposed to be. So don't be afraid to be that different person. Don't be afraid to be that black sheep. Don't be afraid to be that weirdo. Don't be afraid to be that person who's into like some different stuff. I don't know what they're on. Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, you'll get it. You'll catch up eventually, you know? So kind of have, like, hold that in your mind, right? Hold that in your mind. That can also be those people, if you're a light worker here, if you're a person sent here to break those generational toxic mindsets or generational, aka generational curses, you're going to be that person who's different in your family, who wants to do something different, who wants to break out of the family business, who wants, who is just in this dreamy state, always fantasizing about something new and about, doing something different and changing and doing this and doing that. You might be that person that's so different from everybody around you, and spirit is saying, like, don't worry about it. Like, you're gonna find your way, you're gonna find your purpose, you're gonna find your course, and sooner or later, when you walk in that authenticity, you will when you're putting out that vibe, it is going to attract your true tribe. It is going to attract those people who truly see the vision as you see it. So don't be afraid to put your vision out there, because there will be those who are attracted to your truth, right? There will be those out there who resonate in that truth, because there is that lane, there is that truth out there for everyone. So don't be afraid to be that different person and to stand out and to walk that path, because it won't be lonely forever, is what spirit is saying. So step out there, be those people on the breaking edge, those innovators, those new, those road breakers, those wayfinders, those obstacle takers, and take it on and rush out there and be the people that you were really born to be. So this is just an encouraging message out there for those out there who feel like they're not finding their tribe. Keep going, keep vibing high, keep putting yourself out there, keep believing in yourself, and you always have found a safe space here. If you found this video, it means that you have a safe space here in my space to be that different, unusual person who is just trying to find your way out there in the world. So hello, welcome. Hello, welcome. You're fine being here. We don't always have to agree on everything, but we can be kind and respectful, and we can acknowledge the progress that each other is making. And I acknowledge you. I'm proud of you. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you for the elevation in our consciousness that you are participating in. Thank you for being here, helping to raise the vibration and to create a better, more prosperous future for all of us. So that's just the message that Spirit wanted to deliver to you today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your focus for this moment. I hope that this message, like I said in the beginning, finds you blessed and full of abundant energy. Okay, keep putting yourself out there, and we'll see you lovelies in the next one. Okay, bye.